Gaia, the primordial mother of the seven realms. Before the seven realms were sealed, before the great wars that nearly shattered existence, before even the gods themselves drew breath, there was Gaia. Born from chaos itself, she emerged not as a being, but as a living consciousness that spread across the primordial void, seeding life throughout what would become the known universe. Her story is not merely that of a goddess or champion, but of existence itself taking form and purpose. In the earliest days of creation, Gaia existed simultaneously across all spaces that would eventually become the seven realms. Her consciousness flowed through every particle of matter, every spark of energy, every possibility of life. This omnipresence granted her a unique perspective on existence. She was, and in many ways still is, the living embodiment of the interconnectedness of all things. It was she who first understood that the cosmos needed structure, and from her body she birthed the first mountains, seas, and skies. The emergence of her consciousness into a more defined form came during the age of the Titans, her first children. With Uranus, she populated the young universe with beings of tremendous power, each representing different aspects of existence. However, this initial experiment with creation taught her a harsh lesson about the responsibility of power. When Uranus proved to be a cruel father, imprisoning some of their children in Tartarus, Gaia was forced to make the first difficult choice of her existence, supporting Kronos in overthrowing his father, an action that would establish the cycle of cosmic succession. This decision marked Gaia's transformation from a passive force of nature into an active participant in the destiny of the realms. She learned that true power lies not in mere creation, but in the wisdom to guide and shape what has been created. This understanding would eventually make her one of the most formidable and complex participants in the Narraverse. During the War of Realms, Gaia faced her greatest challenge. As the conflict threatened to tear apart the very fabric of existence, she felt every wound inflicted upon reality as if it were a wound to her own flesh. This intimate connection to all life forced her to evolve beyond her original nature. She developed the ability to manifest in more concentrated forms while maintaining her vast consciousness, allowing her to act directly when necessary while still maintaining her role as the foundation of existence. The forging of her legendary artifacts occurred during this period of evolution. The Crown of Seasons, her primary tool of power, was created from the essence of the natural cycles themselves. This living artifact allows her to channel and direct the fundamental forces of life, death, and rebirth. Her second great creation, the Worldroot Staff, contains within it a fragment of the original world tree that once connected all realms, enabling her to tap into the deep currents of power that still flow between dimensions. In combat within the Narraverse, Gaia's fighting style is unlike anything seen before or since. She moves with the inexorable force of tectonic plates, each gesture carrying the weight of eons. Her attacks combine the raw power of natural forces with the subtle manipulation of life energy itself. Her signature technique, Primordial Awakening, temporarily reverts a portion of space to its original chaotic state, where she has almost godlike control over reality. The mother of all's true power lies in her fundamental connection to life itself. She can draw upon the collective energy of every living thing in existence, channel the primal forces of nature, and even temporarily rewrite the basic rules of reality within a limited area. Her presence in battle is often described as fighting against nature itself, with every element and life form in the vicinity seemingly bent to her will. Yet Gaia's combat prowess represents only a fraction of her capabilities. Her most formidable ability is her capacity to perceive and manipulate the threads of life that connect all things. In the Narraverse, this manifests as an almost precognitive awareness of her opponent's intentions and the ability to influence the very environment of the battlefield at a molecular level. However, even the mother of all has her limitations. Her vast consciousness can sometimes make it difficult for her to focus on immediate, small-scale threats. Her deep connection to all life means she feels every death and injury that occurs in battle, making prolonged conflict physically and emotionally taxing. Additionally, her reluctance to cause permanent harm to any living thing, all of which she considers her children, can sometimes place her at a disadvantage against more ruthless opponents. In the Narraverse, Gaia appears as a being of constantly shifting form, her appearance reflecting the myriad aspects of nature itself. Her skin might be like fertile soil one moment and crystalline stone the next, her hair flowing like rivers or branching like trees, her eyes containing the depth of oceans and the fire of the planet's core. The crown of seasons adorns her brow, its appearance changing with the natural cycles, while the world root staff pulses with the heartbeat of creation itself. Her participation in the great ritual serves a purpose far beyond mere competition. Each match becomes a lesson in the interconnectedness of all things, a demonstration that true strength comes not from dominance but from understanding one's place in the greater web of existence. Through her battles, she teaches that power without wisdom is as dangerous as chaos without purpose. Between matches, Gaia maintains her vigil over the remaining connections between the realms. Though the dimensions were sealed after the Battle of Telos, thin threads of her consciousness still flow between them through the root systems of existence. She uses these connections to maintain the delicate balance of life across all realms, preventing any single dimension from falling into complete chaos or sterility. The goddess's presence in any realm manifests through sudden bursts of fertility and growth, spontaneous harmonization of natural cycles, and a deep sense of connection to the natural world. In the mythic dimension, her domain includes every wild place where life grows unchecked, every deep cave that reaches toward the planet's heart, and every mountaintop that scrapes the sky. These locations serve as nodes in a vast network of natural power that spans all of existence. Gaia's combat techniques draw upon the full spectrum of natural forces, from the gentle power of growing things to the catastrophic fury of earthquakes and storms. She can create armies from sprouting seeds, transform the battlefield into any environment she desires, or call upon the elemental forces themselves to fight on her behalf. Her ultimate technique, creation's rebirth, temporarily restores a small area to the primordial state of infinite possibility, where her will alone determines the rules of reality. The Mother of All has developed a unique perspective on the Narraverse's purpose. She sees the ritual combat not as a mere contest of strength, but as a necessary cycle of conflict and resolution that helps maintain the balance of existence itself. Each match becomes a controlled recreation of the natural cycles of struggle and adaptation that drive evolution and growth.